I don't know where. Hmm. I don't know where this video is going to. I don't know where this video is going to go. What is going on, everyone? Bird brothers and sisters, NFFLs, Lindy End Zone in the building again for the touchdown. Can't forget that. Taking the lead for the Eagles one video at a time, and well, not not as much as I should be, or if at all, dropping buckets for the Dallas Mavericks. Um, uh, Sorry about the mishap in the beginning. StreamYard had a bit of a lag in displaying the time as I hit record, so I think that's why I was a little slow in executing the intro to start this video, which is obviously a little different due to the title that I have posted on here. Um, how do I start? Um, Basically, I don't exactly know what the future holds for my YouTube channel. Reminiscing about already a little over a year ago, after participating in a couple of call-in shows and um, post-game, post-game things. Um, you know, most notably from Philly Sports Network, and Liam Jenkins used to do these post-game streams after Philadelphia Eagles games, and being a part of those, and um, the Discord. And then it stemmed into you know video call-ins through YouTube with other content creators, and excuse the dogs in the background if you do hear them upstairs. But I think not too long afterward, I came up with the thought of, well, you know, for as much as I love to talk about Eagles football and, um, you know, basketball in general, well, especially for the Mavericks and my favorite players and my favorite team, as well as the Eagles, I thought, well, you know what? Maybe I can make my own channel. And, you know, lo and behold, Lindy End Zone was created. And then I think it was a little later into my a little later into the life of my channel is when I started to pick up Mavericks content. Um, Being basketball was my sport growing up, and playing it all throughout my life, and um, I relate to basketball the most. And well, I mean, you would ask, well, Lindy, why did you pick the Eagles as your primary content first? Um, well, aside from excuse me, my dogs are a little rowdy tonight. Well, aside from aside from being a basketball player. My number one team growing up was the Eagles, and anything Eagles related, Eagles games, Eagles gear. Some of you may have seen old childhood photos, and um, I was just I was a I guess I was a bigger Eagles fan than I was um, a basketball fan, other than playing the sport, and to this point of creating the channel. That's what I wanted to start it with first, because I always talked about Eagles football more than I talked basketball. I watched basketball more than I talked about it, which seems weird, I know. But that's what really started the trend of me creating the channel. And um, in the beginning, I had no idea. I didn't really have an idea what I was getting into, or the expectations. But as I continued to get better at it, it became almost second nature to me, where I'm not necessarily pausing as much in my explanations, and my speech, I guess, sped up a little bit to try and condense videos into producing more content on a daily basis, and getting used to the live stream atmosphere, and then introducing call-ins of my own. But you know the the start of my channel the start of my channel has, well, there was a lot of influence that went into it, and between Philly Sports Network and LB, Lord Burnson, and Philly 500. Those were the like main three, um, as far as Eagles content that I would watch before I got into my channel. And then later, and who, forgive me if I miss any names, but when you become a content creator, you realize how vast, how broad, how unique the community of content creators becomes when you start to spread your wings, figuratively, like, uh, I'm picking up what you're putting down kind of moment there, how relevant it is for Eagles content. But, I think it was the first video I dropped, and I see people like Philly the podcast, and Joe Castro, and um, Philly Take with RB, Philly Insider Podcast, uh, you know, Joey Shakes, and there's there's so many people that I gotta try and name off. And um, you know, Let's Go Birds was one of the Let's Go Birds was the I think he was one of the first content creators, and that wanted to have me on as a guest on his channel, and remembering that, and getting in, introductions to Big Play Slay, and Nightings gets his channel going, and hanging out with uh, Jordy Fighter, and um, Jay Fizzle Dizzle from over on the Philly Sports Network Discord, and they come over to YouTube to hang with me. And Jordy makes his own channel, and Jay Fizz does stuff with his own channel. He's got a podcast, and and the list of people, just keeps going. And while I didn't get to work with some of these guys yet, but you know, Philly Mike and Philly Fresh, the guys of the Battle Birds podcast, and I've already had the privilege to work with Steven Hyder for Gate City Sports, and I've had RB on my channel, and Mitch Kofsky and his friend Tyler, and Philly Sports Talk podcast, who is continuing to be successful, and AK Eagles creates Eagles Uncensored, and Vic Three and Philly Foothills, and I feel terrible if I forget people here, but um, Tone to Shields. There's 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 so many content creators that I don't want to forget, but it's easy to when you get it's easy to when you get wrapped up in this sometimes. There's Bird Gang 31 creates his own media network. Um, Key in the Building, Coach Dante. It, like the amount of opportunity that us as a us that not just as a fan base, but it really turns into a brotherhood, a sisterhood on here. That we come together for one common goal sometimes, and with our channels and our streams, we all love to talk about the Philadelphia Eagles, and um, you know, and going back through, the history of my channel and where I am now, you know, I felt, or I feel as if I kept increasing my own personal expectations on what the growth and what I want to do with this channel, and up to up to this point it's it's it gets I don't know, it gets overwhelming sometimes. The atmosphere was a little bit different for me. In terms of my channel creation, started my channel started when Mrs. Endzone and I were in an apartment, and there's less responsibility with an apartment in a community of that matter than there is with maintaining a home. A lot of you may know that, and and I'm not really, and I don't want the direction of this video to go where I'm turning into an excuse maker for the lack of direction and consistency with my channel, but it's basically I'm at the you know basically I'm at a point where it's, I don't know, I don't want to say I don't want to say that it's difficult, but I don't exactly know what I don't exactly know where my channel is at this point. Um, you know, I think I'm at a spot where I've raised my expectations to a level that I can't exactly reach right now, and between my life, outside of my channel here, and trying to keep up with the two sports teams that I love to cover, and knowing that I have a following of over 200 people, and I don't And while the viewership doesn't show that, and the subscriptions are still there, and I still treat it as such, and but it's been kind of a, I felt that there's been kind of a disservice on my part, and I want to apologize for that. Um, and I know I still have a lot of goals and aspirations of what, of where I want to take this channel, I guess. But there's still a lot of people, there's still a lot of content creators that I want to work with, and there's still my Mavericks expansion. Then it hurts to abuse that side of my channel, and I haven't really affiliated with any Mavericks content creators. It's been all primarily Eagles, and I I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, pretty much I don't exactly know I don't exactly know what's going to happen to my channel. Um I guess in terms of I guess in terms of my of the scheduling of my videos, and making sure I get live streams in there, and keeping myself relevant. But I I don't know right now. Um, I'm gonna try to do what I can. Um, I'm gonna try to do what I can with my channel and be as active as I possibly can. But as of right now, I don't exactly know if I can maintain the kind of schedule that I started with and wanted to maintain as I grew a little more popular, and a little more respected in the community that I share with a lot of other content creators. Um, it gets difficult at times, um, especially when you're trying to stand out and make a name for yourself. There's a lot of people making videos. There's a lot of live streams. There's a lot of coverage on similar topics, and well, while everyone's opinions may not be exactly the same, it's still difficult at times to stand out. But you know, that's 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 pretty much it. I just wanted to vent a little bit and on my thoughts and thoughts and feelings of like a current status of where I feel my channel is, and where I think it's going or not going to go. But do want to I do want to apologize to everybody that's given me a you know that's given me a dedicated following for the content that I've created, um, and thank you guys at the same time for just taking the time out to listen to what I have to say. It's a pretty cool feeling. But yeah, just wanted to get a couple of things out there. And I'll give you guys a update on where I think my channel's going, and and just know I'm gonna and just know I'll do as best as I can to keep maintaining it. But guess guess that's it. Um, I will catch you guys next time. Um, not sure, not exactly sure what I am going to do next. But every now and then I'll probably put a gaming stream up or whatnot. Uh, you know, so don't want to don't want to get rid of that either. But just I guess I'm in a means of trying to reset a balance with um, these current life changes, and you know, thanks to thanks to everybody that is going to stick around. Um, and that's that's actually it. Um, Before this carries on any longer, I'll leave it at that. Um, Fly Eagles, fly, bleed green, Bird brothers and sisters. Go Mavs, MFFLs, as always. This has been Lindy. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see